There we go. Hello everyone and welcome back. Hope you are all doing delightful today. So let's get working on shiny hunting for Vigoroth. We got a Vigoroth outbreak. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky because Vigoroth spawns in conjunction with a number of other normal types. But how are you doing? Hello there, Earth. Hope you're doing well. The good thing is, Vigoroth's shiny is at least, like, fairly noticeable. It's like this yellowish color. That way, we'll respond easily. Hello there, Anakin, random human. Hello there. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please do not forget to leave a like on the stream. It's the best way to help get the video out to the algorithm so more people see it. And, thank you very much. Please don't forget to leave a like. Let's get going and fighting some stuff and things. But yeah, shiny Vigoroth is like, it's yellowish, which is going to be pretty easy. It's going pretty well, actually. Been working on the Elite Battle League team, the ones for both Pokepidge and Doorman. Mostly working more on the team for fighting Pokepidge next week, because Pidge's team worries me a lot more. But I've been figuring things out, because what worries me about Pidge is Ditto. Yeah, Pidge has Ditto. And that scares me for a whole host of reasons. But I've got, I think, a plan for beating Ditto. I'm gonna craft the way of defeating Ditto. Just a shame that Salazar didn't exist back in Gen 8, because that would have been fantastic. Hello there, Kayla. Hello there, David. Hello there, Evie. Also, same time as it was. That's not good. But rest up, Earth. I have some nice OJ that should help you get better. I know that when I'm sick, you know, it just helps. Also, drinking like water and stuff does assist with that. But hope you are feeling better soon. Screw off, Fleshling. I don't like this thing. Yeah, it's Firefly. Water and lasagna makes everything better. Indeed. You need some of those. There's also some other things that do make everything better, but water does help. Once again, hydrate or dihydrate. Hydrate only to outlive your enemies. Yeah, you can already see that there's a bunch of normal types around here that are also going to get boosted by the normal type sand, which we're going to be making, which, again, is going to kind of complicate things, but hopefully it's not too terrible. But let's get going. Go. That is, so far we've gotten, now we have 20 of them knocked out, which is good. One. Hello there, Omar. I'm doing very well today. How are you doing well, a random human, which is an amazing name. I love all the names you guys have for the things. It's a lot more creative than anything I could have ever come up with. Which is one of the reasons why the biggest roadblock on the way to making the second channel is the actual name for the second channel. Because I've got a few, well, then again, when the second channel was a thing, artwork for it, like an icon profile picture, would also be kind of a difficult thing to do. But once I get the name, I should be able to, get a profile picture idea, in my brain for that. Again, how you doing? Yeah, thank you very much for the little confirmation on that Indeedee thing. I had a feeling that is what was going to happen, where when you transfer into Pokemon Home, it forgets that. So it was good to have that confirmation. It was very good. David, I'm doing well. We're going to be hunting Vigoroth, and then once we get the Vigoroth, I guess the better question is if we get the Vigoroth, then we're going to go shiny hunting HATENNA, which we're going to do that with Psychic-type sandwiches in a different area. But, because mainly HATENNA is a Pokemon that's going to be quite annoying to get. But if we can get it relatively quickly, I'd be okay with that. I did see. Thank you very much for that, gems. This is why I like Iron Valiant. I think Iron Valiant pretty much is one of the best Let's Go Knockout Pokemon, purely because it has a very good movement speed. Very excited, because that's her school soon. Alright, very nice, very nice. Was that Knockout? Oh, that was a Meow. Yeah, that's kind of the one issue with this area. There's a lot of spawn interference from a lot of other Pokemon, especially normal types. But that does mean that more shiny phases for the shiny giveaway, which I know you guys are always excited for more shiny duplicates, because that means when it comes time for the shiny giveaway, you guys get shinies. You had a feeling that wasn't a shiny. But yeah, the annoying one, Jotaro's stand is Star Platinum. That is the name of Jotaro's stand. Cause he's... Yeah, Star Platinum is awesome. We are fans of Star Platinum. I gotta say, I know that it's kind of basic to say my favorite stand and my favorite character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is Jotaro and Star Platinum, but it's like, I don't know, they just look awesome. Well, I will say, I prefer Jotaro's later design in, like, Stone Ocean and Golden Wind more than his base art, than his first design. But his first design is pretty cool. He's one of the few characters I've actually seen that looks good in, like, pristine, all-white clothing, and, like, just dark black and, like, purple outfit as well. So it was like, when Araki designed him, he did a great job of it. Shiny Tinglu is not available. Likely when they're going to add Shiny Tinglu as well as the other Ruin Legendaries will be in a few months. Very likely it's going to be next year, probably around maybe February. Because the Ruinous Legendaries are more or less analogous, well, more or less like kind of the same sort of thing as what the Galarian birds were back when the Crown Tundra and Isle of Armor came out. They are other legendaries, they're more, like, minor legendaries within the game, and the way that they released the shiny Galarian birds was if you participated in a competitive online event between, specific dates, you would have basically a mystery gift given that was a shiny version of, that Galarian bird. So say, the first week was going to be, get shiny Articuno. Then the second week was shiny Galarian Zapdos, then shiny Galarian Moltres. And I think that's what they're going to be doing with the Ruinous Legendaries, because they did the same thing back in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon with the shiny Tapus. Big Pokemon. I have no idea what any of that means. Shiny Tinglu is not available yet. Very likely, a shiny huntable Tinglu is not going to be available until Generation 10, because this is kind of the thing that they always do with the Pokemon games, where the shiny locked Pokemon in one generation are made available to be shiny hunted in the next generation. So, say, Solgaleo and Lunala were shiny locked in Ultra and Ultra Moon. They were shiny huntable in Dynamax Adventures. The Generation 6 legendaries, Xerneas, I was getting mixed up with Zacian. Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde were shiny locked in Generation 6, but they were shiny huntable in Ultra Space, in Ultra and Ultra Moon, and then in Dynamax Adventures in Sword and Shield. So, probably Gen 10 is when you're going to be able to shiny hunt for Tinglu, Shinpao, Chiyu, and Woshen, that's the last one. But they're going to be shiny giveaways, most likely this generation. Pokemon tends to kind of fall into patterns of things. Though, with the news that Pokemon has announced that they will be apparently slowing down the release cycle of games, when Gen 10 comes out, we'll be a bit more up in the air. So, thank you very much, Random. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, apparently there was an announcement that Pokemon said that they're going to be slowing down the release schedules of games going forward for a while, which, friend and I were talking about this, and they said, maybe they're taking the criticism of the quality a bit more to heart, and they're going to spend more time on it, or Nintendo's higher up said, you guys gotta, spend more time on this. I think realistically it has more to do with the Switch is what? Like 6.5 years old at this point? Maybe, maybe a little less than 6.5 years? The Switch is, not old, but it's definitely had a longer lifespan than most consoles. And I'm thinking it has more to do with there's going to be a new Nintendo system, like, not a Switch Mark II, but the successor to the Switch. And I think that's what they're going to be focusing on building a Pokemon game for. What do you mean the white stuff? What do you mean the white stuff? Oh, look, the curved sea-looking things? Those are onions. Oh, I would love to see the 3 starter Pokemon of the future Gen 10 Pokemon. It sounds like, yeah, I have a feeling more what's going to happen is they're sort of, slowing down the release cycles to work more on the Switch's successor console Pokemon games, rather than kind of, taking the criticisms like the quality to heart, because the weird thing is the Pokemon games are actually selling better than they have ever sold before. Hello there, Anakin. How are you doing? They're actually sold better than they've ever done before. Contacts that look like vanilla ice cream. Oh, the thing in the cup. Yeah, we have no idea what that is. I think it's just a table decoration. There's a lot of, decoration stuff. Hello there, Beacon of Lexi. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. But yeah, the little thing in the cup, that was just, a table decoration, I guess. Wait, who's pinging? Who is pinging me? Where are pings? But yeah, it is interesting to see that they are kind of slowing down the release cycle of games. Maybe we will get Pokemon's 10th generation on the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Shiny Hunting and the DLC, very nice. I still need to actually buy the DLC. I'm probably going to be buying the DLC for both Scarlet and Violet, so that way I can Shiny Hunt, Iron Crown, and, so I can Shiny Hunt both the version-exclusive Paradoxes, because Paradox Shiny Hunting in Union Circles sucks. I've tried doing it. Would not recommend. I do not recommend. Yeah, for version exclusives, I would generally say breeding is the best way of handling them, but you can't breed Paradoxes. So, you gotta stick it out, just to either hunt them that way, or gonna get the DLC, which, again, I'm getting the DLC, because I look forward to it. Ash is, of course, the one pinging me. Ash is indeed pinging me. If you had to guess, what do you think the Gen 10s are gonna be called? I honestly got no idea. I think more likely it's gonna be game gap, a region based on guess is kind of what I would go more for, because with Pokemon's naming scheme as of late, it's kind of hard to peg down, what their actual naming scheme is. They went from, Sun and Moon to Sword and Shield to, Scarlet Violet back to Colors. So, they could go just anywhere. Pokemon's naming scheme has kind of always been all over the place ever since Gen 3, Gen 3, sort of. They started to branch out and really do a lot more different naming themes. They did Colors, and then even Generation 2 is when they add a different thing, because Crystal is, I don't believe Crystal is technically a color. But, yeah, the naming scheme for Pokemon's been all over the place. You can't really peg down what the name scheme is going to be. Pokemon Mario and Pokemon Sonic. Oh, that would be something. That would be a thing. I mean, this could just be me, but I would really like to see a Pokemon region based on Italy, and now this could be because I am Italian, and I have been to Italy, and I would love to see a place based on Italy, mostly because I also have studied a lot of Japanese history for things, there's Latin classes, but, I don't know, I feel like that would be I honestly am surprised the first region they based outside of, America or Japan was not actually, Italy. Because you can just do, just full-out Roman stuff. Roman mythology that is, very pervasive in, just everything. You could easily, if they make a region based on Italy, I will be disappointed if the Pokemon League is not the Colosseum, or at the very least, a gym is not at the Colosseum. I'll be heavily disappointed at that. And I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of places they could do. I mean, obviously, you know, fire types at Mount Vesuvius. There's a lot of stuff you can do there. Remember blue stop signs. Remember blue. I have no idea what blue stop signs are. I've never heard of them. I've never heard of a blue stop sign. Unless a stop sign that's got, you know, Blue's face on it. In which case, the goal is to stop the Pokemon Trainer Blue. Which, amusingly, the name of Blue in Japanese, it's actually green. Because the original 2 games of Pokemon were actually red and green. And Blue was the 3rd version, and we received the international version, which is Blue. So that's why Gary's counterpart's name is actually Blue, when in Japanese it's actually green. I have no idea what the reference is. References tend to go straight over my head. Because I'm not most things. Technically they did Alpha with Alpha Sapphire. Pokemon Alpha and Pokemon Beta. Well, Alpha and Omega. The reason for Alpha and Omega is Alpha means beginning, Omega means end. You know, the Sea of Beginning, which, you know, Kyogre's ability, or Primordial Sea is, you know, Kyogre's thing, but it's, I believe it's Sea of Beginning is what the Japanese name is. And then Groudon's ability, Desolate Land, Japanese is like Land of the End. So it's like Alpha and Omega is beginning and end. Alpha and Beta means like first and second, which I don't think would work as well for a Pokemon game naming scheme, because, you know, one means second, one means first. It only works if you like beginning and end, like they get bookended with that. With X and Y, it made sense, you know, 3-dimensional XYZ axis. Would you say it's kind of clever? The world thing still in my brain. I was read the other day, seeing a guy whining about his butt. Oh yeah, that's gonna be in everyone's brain for a while. I wonder how much damage the entire world's fiasco actually did to the VGC competitive scene. Yeah, they never actually were going to make a Pokemon Z version. There were plans. Now, when I say plans, I mean, like, discussions in boardrooms and, you know, design documents for a, like, X and Y 2, but they never materialized. And I would love to know, why did X and Y 2 never materialize? You know, what... This is one of the things about just Pokemon I would love, is just to be a fly on the wall during all of these back, you know, board meetings. Like, obviously you'd think, oh yeah, board meetings, you know, these corporate things, they'd be boring as all heck. But they need to decide, okay, what games are we going to be making? What region are we going to be basing on? It's like, I would love to see the conversations that go on about deciding what region places are going to be based on, what the naming scheme is going to be. I would love to just hear all of that. Because then you get to hear, you know, okay, what are other design ideas? The Godzilla was friend-shaped. How did it feel? I have no idea, but the closest thing to that was Phase 1 of Shin Godzilla's design, which is a frickin' nightmare. Because another thing that, you know, kind of is interesting to know about Pokemon, and looking at, like, the design scheme of Pokemon, is that a lot of the time, a Pokemon that just either got rejected for a certain generation, or design didn't actually finish before that gen, you know, basically deadline happened, the licensors use that design for the next gen. I think the best example of this is, I mean, outside of the entirety of Gen 2, because, yeah, basically everything in Gen 2, I think except for Lugia, was actually designed back in Gen 1, and they just had to, they cut it. So, yeah, it's interesting, because there was actually an anecdote from one of the people that was worked on Sword and Shield and worked on Scarlet and Violet, that 3 of every 10 designs they made for Sword and Shield made it into the final game. So it's like, they had, I think, what, like 80-something Pokemon in Sword and Shield? That would mean... Did it mess with Dad? Oh, no, it didn't mess with Dad, okay. That's my phone rings. I was like, oh, is that a message from my dad? No, it's not. Which Tyranitar? I got a Pass Paradox. Really cool. I don't really know... I mean, I'm not surprised they didn't do a Pass Paradox for Tyranitar, Because they already did a pseudo-legendary past Paradox counterpart with Roaring Moon. Yeah, I think that there's one past Paradox pseudo-legendary and one future Paradox pseudo-legendary. Because the Paradoxes are kind of like counterparts to one another. You've got, Fluttermane's kind of a counterpart to Iron Jugulus. You've got Sandy Shocks is kind of a counterpart to, what's its name? Sandy Shocks. Tyranitar, that's what it is. What did Pokemon use that to get in the DLC? We don't know we don't know all the Pokemon that are in the DLC yet, so I have not made any, thought lines on that. But we don't know everything that's going to be there. What's Live Boom guy? How is Boomer? What are you gonna destroy? How is Boomer? Not a clue what you're really asking on there. Yeah, I don't know Undertale, James. So, it's not really messing with me if I have no idea what it is. It's just stuff that just general indifference to. But I look forward to seeing what we get for the future stuff. Got a shiny Dunsparce. Sadly, it was 2-segment. Yeah, I'm not really going to be hunting for 3-segment dead Dunsparce. Got Scald. I don't think it would ever get Scald. Even if Scald still existed in Generation 9, I don't think it would have gotten it. Because none of the Ice-Water types ever learned Scald. Lapras didn't get Scald. Lapras, Celio, Dugong, Walrein, technically. They never learned Scald. So, I don't think even if Scald still existed, it would have learned it. Yes, there was an Ice Ghost type. Frostlass. Frostlass is Ice Ghost. Yeah, there's definitely a few Pokemon that there's very few Pokemon representing that particular type combo. Which I'm kind of surprised they did a lot this gen with. They did a lot of those unique typing combos. You got, you have, in this game you got, Electric Fighting, you have, not Bug something? What did they do? Surprised there isn't a Rock Ghost. Yeah, you're right, there isn't a Rock Ghost type. I mean, I feel like Rock Ghost would be a bit tricky to do. I'm honestly surprised that Runerigus wasn't Rock Ghost, all things considered, because that looks more like a Rock type than it does a Ground type. I know why it is part Ground, because obviously it's geoglyphs which are built into the ground, so that makes sense. But it's made of rock segments. It looks like it's a rock type more than a Ground type. How do I get an egg from the basket? You need to make, you can get eggs anyway from it, but it's a very, very low odds of getting it. The way that you get them easily is you make or use egg power sandwiches and have 2 compatible Pokemon. The basket is the basically substitute for the daycare in this game, so you just need 2 Pokemon that are compatible, and you're gonna run egg power sandwiches, and then you can get eggs from it. You just click on it. I mean, Houndstone makes sense that it's not part rock, because it's not specifically a headstone, it just resembles one. It would make sense, but I think that it's just the thing on its head. Not, it is a rock type itself. Where Runerigus would make more sense, because it is literally made of rocks. It is a ghost that lives inside of a bunch of little rock things. Ben said that Ice-type gym test is a shiny chance when Miraidon becomes shiny. It is not. There is no way to get Miraidon or Miraidon as a shiny. Lunatone makes sense why it is Psychic. Generally, Pokemon that have, some space motif are part Psychic. from like Generation 2 onwards, if a Pokemon has like a relation to space, it is a Psychic type. That's why Cresselia is Psychic. That's why actually Metagross is part Psychic. That's why Jirachi is Psychic. Deoxys is Psychic. Technically, the three, sort of the three Lake Spirits are also kind of have a lot to do with space, so that's kind of why they're also part Psychic. But yeah, generally if something is like space, that's also why Silph and Lunatone are Psychic. Generally, if something post-Gen 1 has to do with space, it is a Psychic type. And I honestly think back in Gen 1, they were going to have made Chansey part Psychic, but they realized Psychic was kind of insane and kind of dialed it back. Like, it makes no sense why, like, Ninetales is not part Psychic. But, like, Starmie is. You know, it doesn't make sense why, like, you know, Clefairy, Clefable, Wigglytuff, Jigglypuff are not part Psychic. They don't have a lot of, like, stuff to do. They learn a lot of Psychic moves. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But generally, when stuff has to do with space, they're part Psychic. Why isn't Golduck not Psychic? That's why I was thinking also Golduck not Psychic, because kind of the same thing of, you know, like, it has Psychic things. Again, there's a lot of Pokemon back in Gen 1 like, oh yeah, they have, like, Psychic abilities, and they're not part Psychic, which is very weird. Unless they deliberately throttled Pokemon that were Psychic type originally, because they realized Psychic was kind of insane back then, and they needed to not necessarily, like, balance things out, but they didn't want, like, everything to be Psychic. Good morning, Meep. How are you doing? Also, funny thing, Golduck and Psyduck are actually Platypus. Yeah, we actually do have a Platypus Pokemon. Well, two Platypus Pokemon. But because they're not, like, Platypus Pokemon, like, as their Dex entry, no one really realized it. So we've actually had a Platypus Pokemon all along. When people have been saying we want a Platypus Pokemon, we've always had one. It was always there. And we just didn't realize it. Quagsire. Quagsire is not a platypus. That is an axolotl. That is it's a little, like, amphibian fish thingy. Axolotls are weird. It's also what Mudkip is based on. Is the axolotl. If you can make a Pokemon out of any animal in existence, I don't know. Honestly, there's really nothing I would pick. Fakemon kind of aren't really my kind of thing. And I'm really more a fan of... Well, it is called a duck-billed platypus. So that does make sense. Yeah, they're like the little small thingies. The little thingies. Not seeing a shiny. Thankfully, we're not getting another shiny Deerling. I hope we don't get another shiny Deerling. But yeah, they're generally live in water and like warm, swampy areas because they need to live in water. You don't really see them in too many places. Like where I live, you wouldn't see an axolotl. It gets too cold in the winter and they can't survive here. Alright, now let's see. Where is Vigoroth? Where is Vigo? Where is Vigo? Shiny Vigoroth. Classic Nintendo. The thing is, it's not even Nintendo that makes the Pokemon games. It's Game Freak and Pokemon Company. Nintendo just publishes the Pokemon games. They don't really have that much oversight with Pokemon. You know, it's very weird the way that it works, that Nintendo isn't really controlling Pokemon. You can indeed name your shiny Psyduck Perry the Platypus, because it is a platypus. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Likes are very much important to helping more people see these videos and streams. We need all of your assistance to help grow Vigoroth, Vigoro. Nah! Vigoroth, more like Midoroth. I was never really the biggest on like the Vigoroth family. I guess they have like a really cool gimmick, like a really neat gimmick with like the way slacking works. But I guess maybe it's because I didn't grow up with Gen 3. My first generation that I actually actively played was Generation 4, so it was kind of before my time. I've never played Digimon. Yes, Bear the Platypus. That was a Phineas and Ferb reference. But yeah, I've never played Digimon. I used to collect Bakugan, though. Used to watch and collect Bakugan, used to watch and collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but never did anything with Digimon. That was kind of the one thing I didn't really, I guess, involve myself with back during that time. And I guess it was more so I just never heard of it. Do you have, is it like on the same Switch? Because you could like, just put them into Pokemon Home, which would also work. But also, random, do you have a Discord? Because I do have Scarlet. I can actually trade you the version exclusive to get the Shining Charm. Off screen. I'd be happy to do that. Ion Rose of the Duelist, the Yu-Gi-Oh game. Okay, can someone explain to me that Yu-Gi-Oh game? Like, you go back in time for some reason? Like there's so many Yu-Gi-Oh games. Like, there's so many Yu-Gi-Oh games. So many of them. Yeah, I was always more of, like, the actual card, like, video games. But I kind of wanted to play them at some point. How much long we got? Yeah, 10 minutes. I think that they mean they need probably all of them. But a good way of getting the version exclusives that I at least did for, like, that wasn't the Paradoxes, was I'd actually go into the Pokemon, the Poke Portal news thing and click on Terra Raids, and that would generally have some version exclusives up there, which was very helpful. You know, like, okay, I get Tyranitar, then I can breed the Tyranitar to get the Larvitar and the Pupitar. You can get Dano and things like that. It was very helpful. That, generally, I say is a good way of doing things. The only one I don't have is Koraidon. Yeah, I thankfully, because I have both of them, I just put mine at home and just transfer mine over. But honestly, I think that them putting in two Koraidon or two Miraidon into a single game, I think that was a mistake on their part, that they should not have done that. Because a lot of people don't realize if you trade it away, you can never get it. You don't have another one. So it's like, the Miraidon or Koraidon you have as, like, your partner. Poke Portal is right here. It's in the opening menu. You click on that, and then Terra Raid is the second option down. Yeah, Terra Raid Bow. Yeah, I really don't think that them including a second legendary was a good decision, because, you know, this Miraidon, you can't trade it. It can never leave this game. You can't even put it in the PC. Which will get hacked from Terra. I wish you could get Shiny Hunt in the second Miraidon. I'm not surprised they didn't make it Shiny Huntable. The main reason for that is they always shiny lock legendaries. They always shiny lock legendaries because they always do them as giveaways later on, like a year later. So I'm thinking about a year from DLC 1's release, they're going to do a Shiny Miraidon, Shiny Koraidon giveaway where you just like, go to GameStop, get a code, and just plug that code into the game, and then you get your Shiny. Terra won't link hack game. It won't get hacked from Terra. Can you give... No, you cannot give Pokemon Urban Mystica. Those are ingredients, which you can't give things. It's very weird. Because they're not held items in, like, the way. You can't use them outside of sandwiches. It's very weird. But, I mean, it kind of makes sense. But also, yeah, a random Meep is going to be able to help you get the version exclusives. Alright, I will be back in 1 sec. There we go. Controller, There we go. Alright, let's switch now. Very nice. We're getting to those, so it's not bad. Also have an armor rouge in the box. Very nice. Yeah, I generally just like put up the boxes and then just like put Pokemon Home stuff over. Because that's presently what I did. That's what I'm doing for my shinies. Is that I'll just put them in Pokemon Home and transport them over. When that gets stuff. I'm going to Mimikyu Day 1. Mimikyu and Pokemon Unite. Kind of surprised Mimikyu hasn't come to Pokemon Unite sooner. Like, Draco was weird. I'm not sure why. I mean, there would be a lot of problems that Torkoal existing would cause, but I mean, if Torkoal is real, then a lot of the other Pokemon would as well, so that would be good. Hello there, Mudkip. Mudkip, when you get the full salmon gauge, later tonight, I will be possibly available for more salmon run. The current rotation is not terrible. The current rotation is not bad. I like the current rotation, because it's the 2 blasters. Heavy Splatling is quite good. It is the current rotation is the Splattershot Pro, Heavy Splatling, and Rapid Blaster Pro. It's not bad. It's very, very good. Kozuhuna is the present king, which I think is honestly better than Ouroboros, because Ouroboros you need like very specific splat weapons in order to actually deal with it. You need good range, which I feel like these would be good for Ouroboros, but I mean Hydra is best. Hydra is generally best with it. I am indeed exactly the DLC at random. Yeah, it was same rotation as last night, I think. I don't know. I don't think today it gets rid of. But also, guys, again, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe. We're also going to have a shiny giveaway soon, because we have filled up an entire box with shiny duplicates that I no longer need, and we'll be giving them away. So, you know, subscribing gets you entered for it, you know, sharing the video out, also gets you entered to second time, if I recall, and it's at 8 p.m. tonight. Okay. So, you're gonna need to go pretty hard on that in terms of like, you know, tonight for things. Before I forget, every local Pokemon. Oh, really? Oh, the one where we live? Really? They miss me? Nice. Tell them I say hello back. Tell them I say hello in return. Actually, speaking of Go, I'm probably actually going to be bringing over a bunch of my shinies from Go to put into the shiny giveaway. Because I don't really play Go anymore. And I would like to give those a home. Meep. Chill. They don't want to do the trade. Hello, SCM. Like, Meep. They said they didn't want to do it. The end of the day tonight. Do we know what the next rotation is going to be? Or do they not post what that is? Because I know Big runs in a week. So what is the next rotation look like? So next rotation is going to be Ouroboros, right? Yeah, check. So when we get the 3rd Salmon King, is the rotation going to be Kozuhuna, Ouroboros, 3rd one? Is it going to be Kozuhuna, Ouroboros, the 3rd one, then back to Kozuhuna, Ouroboros, 3rd one, like that? Or is it going to be, like, random for what it's going to be, so it could be like that? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Also, if you want to, you know, give a shout-out to the channel, Jared, for in the Go chat, that would always be appreciated. I was like, I can kind of see that, David, I can kind of see that. Sharks are scary. Sharks are terrifying. Those are smart. Apparently they're smart. Sharks are scary. Those was a shark that actually, like, somewhat learned to walk. There was very, very shallow water that this shark was using its fin to kind of, like, walk a little bit onto, like, into very shallow water, like, get fish. So meaning in a few... Meaning we will potentially get walking sharks. Next rotation is Jam and Salmon Junction, Tri-Bucket, Stamper, H3 Pencil Sniper. And that's with Ouroboros, I assume? Those are not... I mean, Tri-Slosher isn't terrible. Stamper isn't bad, but you'd really be relying on that Snipe Rider to try and get Ouroboros snipes. That's not looking like a great rotation. That's not looking like a good rotation for us. No, we didn't finish hunting HATENNA. I have an outbreak of Vigoroth that I kind of want to work on first. Pencil Sniper is amazing for horror, and H3 has long range. I mean, I guess we could probably deal with it. I guess we could. Because the Tri-Slosher is good for getting rid of bosses, so that could help get more golden eggs. So I guess it wouldn't be bad. I guess it wouldn't be terrible. Good, thank you very much. Thank you very much, at random. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for popping in. It's always wonderful to see you guys. I guess we'll talk about sharks. I mean, someone just said sharks are like sharks are like dogs but violent, but then we just skip over back to Salmon Run. But yeah, I guess it isn't a terrible run. I mean, I do like the Snipe Rider, but yeah, I just hope I get the Snipe Rider when it comes to the Ouroboros round, and not John Rando. Because then it's like with the Hydra. The Hydra is very good at eviscerating Ouroboros. You just need someone to know how to use the Hydra against Ouroboros. You know, unlike that one person we had that just didn't know how to use the Hydra, and they had that against Ouroboros. When we get Third King, the cycle will probably be goes over third. Yeah, I was thinking that's what it would be. It wouldn't be random. Remember the last time we talked about the shark walking on land? Yeah, I mean, it's just one of my favorite things to talk about is that shark that walked. Because again, it means in a few generations we may have real life Garchomp. Garchomp may be a real thing at some point. Which is a terrifying, awesome thought. That, like, yes. Yes. The closest thing to a real life Pokemon is awesome. Alright. Picnic again. And again, please don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you guys haven't done so already. It very much helps this video and stream get into the algorithm for more people to see. And I mean, if we get to 3K subs by the end of the year, we are going to be nuzlocking Radical Red. So that is something to look forward to if we get to 3K. Which we do need your assistance to get through. Current rotation, and the next we all have a charge weapon. So you mean like, a Splatling or a Charger, or do you mean like specifically a Charger? Not just, like, a thing that charges up. Which makes me wonder, Splatling Bow or Sniper. That makes me wonder, what if the next Grizzco... What if the next Grizzco thing is a Grizzco Splatling? Because if they're really harping on the charge things, maybe Grizzco Splatling. Which, I mean, I'm a fan of the Splatlings. It probably is you overthink, because there are fair enough. I mean, there's the bows, there's the bows, chargers, Splatlings. You could even kind of say that the Splatanas are also sort of charge weapons. Pokemon animations. There won't be Remember the last stream we was talking about sharks on land? At least one. It's funny that you mentioned that, SCM. One of our big upcoming video projects actually focuses almost exclusively on Cynthia. And I think you guys are going to love it. Video all about Cynthia. The one and only. Ms. Terror. Destroyer of dreams. Smasher of aspirations and eviscerator of Nuzlocke herself. Queen Cynthia. Rotation 3, have a charge weapon. So what's the next couple rotations looking like, Mudkip? What is... I actually really like the current Salmon Run location. I don't remember... The current rotation's Gone Fishing Hydro Plant, right? Imagine something the DLC with fully trained mons like a BDSP at a level 100. The funny thing is, her at level 100 wouldn't really be that bad. The higher the level, the easy it is... Well, the higher the level, the less the gap actually matters. So, if you're, like, say, level 100, and you're fighting with level 90 teams, that's not as bad as, say, a level 60 fight, where you're fighting with level 50 mons. So, honestly, a higher level of her would really be easier, as all things considered. Like, they're not chicken wings. Had the best Smash Bros. Matches, always delightful, Blorb. Always delightful. Immediately destroyed as Kirby. Always fun. You're a casual player to come across her. I mean, final boss music just starts up out of nowhere. Why do I hear boss music? Why do I hear final boss music? And then it's just game end. Just instantly game ending. I do really find it funny that they just always keep putting Cynthia in all the games. I won last second. Always fun. I don't know why HATENNA has no evolution animation or indicate that it's evolved. Nope. I honestly, there's really never been a reason for it. It's just weird. Animals are just weird like that. And again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. You're wonderful, wonderful. I had one life and evaded death 5-ish times in the last 30 seconds. Awesome. Fun. I was never a Smash Bros. Person. I was always very bad at Smash. I was always very, very not good at Smash. That's why I exclusively played Pit. And would just spam, like, the same move over and over again. This one looks a little different. I don't think it's a shiny, though. Yeah, I didn't think it was a shiny. I am unrusted. Yeah, I was never good. I was never good at Smash. I pretty much exclusively played, like, Pit, Samus in the power suit, Lucario of all things. Explanation for that will probably be at some point. And that was kind of it. It was mostly nowadays, well, also Kirby to a degree, but I was never really good at Kirby. It was just, like, fun to make my brother annoyed by just spamming down B. I mean, my brother hated when I played as Kirby. Because he hated whenever I would just use down B. The Kirby's down B block mode, he would hate that. Kirby be the stone. Exactly, rock Kirby, he hated it. It was always funny, he would just get so mad. It's like, stop doing that! You just keep doing the same thing over. Like, yes, because it works. When you're frustrated and you're annoyed. Shiny! 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 I think that is a shiny Vigo! That is shiny Vigoroth right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now to see if you have any self-inflicted KO moves, because I don't want to risk that. Failures on this thing has it, like, a way of not getting from sleep. Vigoroth, X and Y. Skip over to Gen. Yeah, there's a fairly significant difference. But, yep, Vital Spirit. Alright, level 31. Throat Chop, Slash, Endure, False Swipes. Alright. Alright, you have no means of actually knocking yourself out. Oh, sweet. Rapid Swipe. Look, we only need 2 of them. Yeah, trust me, we don't PP stall. We don't bother trying to PP stall it. We just go for the Pokeball. The good thing is now we can just go attack mode. We can just send Iron Valiant to basically attack all the rest of them. And use that to scout. And not need to go with the picnic method anymore. We only need 1. We only need 1 additional one. And that is because we're going to be breeding for Slackoff. Because again, Slackoff is not available this way. But don't forget to leave a like on the stream for the shiny. Leave a like for shinies. Shinies for likes. Vigoroth is shiny collected. Always wonderful to get a shiny. Always delightful to get a shiny. Oh yeah, that was fun. Get Rayquaza and Emerald. Yes, you get Rayquaza and Emerald. You get Rayquaza in all 3 of the Hoenn games. You just get it before beating the game in Emerald. Meta Lab when I'm not busy? Imagine that exactly. Hello there, Infinite Midnight. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. You just missed us get a shiny. How are you doing, Midnight? Hope you are doing well. Next 3 rotations are Splattershot Jr., Nova, Brella, Tribo. Not bad. Daffodoolies, Gloogadoolies, Slosher, Base Charger, and Zap, Blob, Blaster, and those are not looking too good. Those are not looking too good, Mudkip, for those rotations. I mean, aside from like the first one, beginning where it goes on. Hunting for Applin, for Dipplin. We got a shiny Vigoroth. Is the one that we got. Been low quality sleep mood. It has. I'm glad to find the back streams are almost always times I teach gates. By the way, Matt, have a good time on your weekend. Thank you very much. I will indeed enjoy the spare time. Good times, but don't call. Yeah, sleep is a thing. Sleep is one of those things that is always important to get an adequate supply of. Though it is not always easy to get an adequate supply of sleep. Eating ice cream with a weak food. Hello there, Mark. How are you doing? And again, guys, thank you very much for the likes. It is the best way to help this channel get into the algorithm. You know, the monolithic YouTube algorithm that runs all of our lives like an eldritch abomination. That no matter what we do, we can never understand, we can never possibly hope to get anywhere close to. Beholding its true power. Good, decent nap. Very nice. Always good to have a decent nap. Finally got shiny Munchlax from Dynamax Adventures. Nice. Yeah, that reminds me. We still need to get the rest of the Pokemon in, I need to finish the Pokedex in my other copy of Shield. Wait, why did it not attack it? Why did it not attack that Persian? Okay, no, it wasn't shiny. I need to get that so I can hunt my shiny Dialga with a Beast Ball. Cause yeah, of those who don't know, I want to get Dialga's shiny in a Beast Ball. Mooner's Bay feels like a different map than 3 can do despite matching. Really? Interesting. Yesterday, shiny hunted 2 Tuttle and 1 Cubchoo. Nice. The Persian ears are pink. Yeah, but it's a very slight change. I think we already have a shiny Persian, but again, more phases, more dupes, more for the shiny giveaway. Which also, Midnight, because the shiny giveaway is going to be going on, all of those, like, spare shinies you have, we can work on, like, when we can trade those over. Yeah, I also would love to get shiny Dialga, but that is going to be one that's going to take some time. Doing Dynamax, Shinamax adventures. I also need to bring over all of the Beast Balls I have in my one file of Sword and Shield into my other file, so I'll probably need you to help, like, bring those over. Well, the main thing is probably the fish NATO being a thing in 3. Maybe. Dearling, indeed. Because I have a lot of Beast Balls that I want to get moving over, because, again, I want a shiny Dialga in a Beast Ball. I might be all about those shinies, but I am also all about shinies in a thematic fitting Pokeball. Idelsum is split evolution for future. Summon receiving a split evolution in the future end game. Not sure I follow, Abercrombie. I'm honestly surprised that they're still doing split Evos. But I feel like more so now it's kind of more like counterparts to split evolutions. Like, I do agree with Kleavor. I think that Kleavor is like a really clever one. Thank you for the help. It's gonna be interesting. I think that we might honestly get more future evolutions of like the Pokemon introduced in the last gen. Only because a lot of the Pokemon that designs going forward are kind of like somewhat reused. But it will be interesting to see what happens with future designs for things. I'm looking forward to seeing what Archaludon's stat line is. I think it's all the full meter. Oh, right! Species level meter. So yeah, when this ends off, we'll probably get doing some Salmon Run again. We'll probably be doing more Shamming Run. The running of the fish is always fun. The running of the fish. So, do you have Slyman Boomer Guy roped in for when Big Run is going on? Do you have at least him roped in for that? Because we will need a generally competent group. I say we need Dragon type or Ghost. I don't think Eevee is going to get any more evolutions. I think they're probably done with that, if only for pure marketing reasons. Eevee on its own is a lot more marketable than, like, marketing the evolutions, because you get the people who are going to buy the Eevee stuff, and then branch out into the other Eevee evolution stuff. But if you have, like, you know, the folks on the one Eevee, well, you sell a lot of that one Eevee thing, less of the others, and not as much bleed over. It's secondary bleed over effect. It's secondary bleed over, and then tertiary bleed over. Whereas everything else is just, like, secondary bleed over. It's why, like, 'cause I mean, Eevee is also a mascot for the series at this point. So, it's why they really don't do as much stuff for, like, you know, Raichu and stuff. Because Pikachu's the mascot, Eevee's kind of morphing into its own mascot now. Just use the Brickstone, Midnight. Just use the Brickstone, the best stone to evolve Eevee. That is one of my favorite, just dark jokes. It is a top-tier dark joke. It is, you're right, Midnight, it is very funny. It is incredibly funny, FGO. It is an incredibly funny joke. Because it is a dark joke. The best kind of... It's a dark-type joke, obviously. So it's super effective against ghost-type jokes. Yes, we have dad jokes here. It's what we specialize in. Hello, Rosie! How is Rosie? Again, dad jokes, Midnight. It is my specialty. Puns are not good unless they get groans out of people. There's no such thing as a good pun. Which is why if you get better at making puns, you get worse at them. You are indeed well aware. Good, Midnight. I'm glad you're aware. You're very, very glad you are aware of them. And also, I'm very glad you agreed with me on that question Sly had for Are You Smarter Than a Pokatuber, where there was no correct answer. I'm very glad you agreed with me on that, and that you did go and punch Sly for doing that. I was like, that's... The question is higher or lower, and all of them are the same. That is not how questions work, Sly. I am glad that you went over and you punched Sly for me. You have to be my virtual set of punching boxing arms. I had to use deductive reasoning to answer most of those questions, just straight up guess what happened. You'll find out soon, Rosie. I was in a collab video with Sly and JakeXY in his Are You Smarter Than a Pokatuber series. And there is one question that that Sly was being a little dumb on. Let's see what this is. Executive. Oh my gosh, we just like lost so much last night. Like why did those randos have to be so garbage last night, Mudkip? Maybe it's just earlier in the day randos are better. And as the day goes on, the bad randos come out of the woodwork. But look, I had some decent randos early on in the day, and then later on it was just bad. No more deerlings. No more deerling midnight. Only the Vigoroth. Yes, like, we need... So... Big Run is always all random weapons, right? So what is the Big Run, like, rotation stuff? Our dear friend Ash isn't here to tease about hearing. Exactly. But I'm DMing her that so she joins in on the fun. Big Run, it's a Splatoon thing. So how familiar are you with Splatoon things outside of Turf War, Rosie? You're familiar with Salmon Run, right? At the very least, Rosie? Or do we need to explain that to you? Oh, the 2nd of September through the 4th. Is when Big Run is. Mudkip, we know who's not our 4th person. We know who is not our 4th tag-in. We know exactly who's not our 4th tag-in. Just making sure. Exactly, Rosie. We're just checking. Because again, you've had a couple blunders, Rosie. We gotta check. We know who our 4th is definitively not Mudkip. Good. I know Salmon Red. I know Wind has been paid both. Yeah. I don't know, Rosie. You've made a few blunders, Rosie. You've made a few blunders, so we always have to check, Rosie. It is a precaution. It is a necessary precaution. Hello, Kayla. How are you doing? Trout walk. Trout jog. Yeah, I look forward to Big Run. I do indeed hope that it goes well. But ask Rosie what animals will tank. Oh, I don't even want to know how good my day has been. Today's been pretty good so far, Kayla. Today's been fairly good. We got a shiny Vigoroth, which is one that we needed. Getting ready for. Yes, a Co. That is what Miltank is. A Co. Foam Stars is gonna have Tuna Sprint instead of Salmon Run. Honestly, Mudkip, I cannot tell if you are joking. I cannot tell if you're joking about that or if you are 100% serious. I mean, I would eat Tuna Sprint. Tuna is probably my favorite, like, fish to have. I would have a week weakness to tuna, but it is the fish I have most frequently. Like, every week, I actually go, when I go over to my grandmother's, I have a tuna sandwich. Well, not sandwich, like, all the time. It's like, I will make a bowl of tuna and just, like, eat. Do you know what I mean? Tuna, salmon, yellowtail, all raw, on top of rice. Yeah, Foam Stars is fun. I honestly, I don't know if you would be interested in a lot. Cards Against Humanity is always fun. I'm honestly very glad the flu comment, the flu card, everyone else dropped the ball so hard on that. So Braidstar picked Pika Flu. I was like, yes. I am glad that was the winner. Yeah, I would periodically just take screenshots of, like, just our answers for some of those answers in Cards Against Humanity, just DM them to some of my friends, and one of the responses for them was, you know your friends are screwed up, right? And my response was, then you understand the basic premise of the game. He's like, oh, I'm very well aware, I played a lot. Your friends are still screwed up. He's like, yeah, that wasn't even the worst one. Like, that is one game that I will probably never play live on the channel, is Cards Against Humanity. Because for as fun as that game is, it is not the kind of game I want to play on stream. It's one of those things that's just no. Just wanted to drop likes up, but okay, thank you very much, Rave. Hope you have a good rest. Go sleepy, Rave. Have a good sleepy night. Have a good sleepy night. Also, Midnight, I don't think I sent you this screenshot, but it's a great one. I have no clue what time. 100 Ghost Type. If you want to copy the stream, but I have member on the stream. No, it's not even that. It's, I don't want that floating around the existence of the internet, Mudkip. I would prefer to not have me playing Cards Against Humanity floating around. It's just, it's a precautionary measure. I mean, unless we get like 5K subs by the end of the year, then we'll do Cards Against Humanity stream. Hope to see you soon. Have a good rest, Rave. It's not a coward thing, Mudkip. It is exclusively a self-preservation instinct. It is self-preservation, not cowardice. I know I sent it to Omar. There we go. You midnight DMs. Midnight DMs. That's something cows like. Yes, it is, because it's said by, again, I quote Stars, son of a deerling! It's always deerling shinies! We keep finding this thing! It just goes in the giveaway bin. I mean, it isn't a true Metamax's shiny hunt if we don't get a deerling. It is not a true shiny hunt if Deerling does not come into play. I knew the risk. I took the risk anyway. I knew the risks, but we took them anyway. It's not your fault, Midnight. It's not your fault. It's RNG. And again, it's a giveaway shiny. It is a shiny that goes in the giveaway bin. So it's perfectly okay. It's more, again, it's more shiny giveaway stuff. The tally, I think, now is like 13. Again, we have had more than enough Deerling. that we can get one of every regional form. It is, but it also works. I can explain more if you need clarification. I can explain further. When's the giveaway stream I'll pop in for? We don't know when it will be. It's gonna be in a while, but it's probably gonna be about a month or so at the earliest. I know the spoon, but oh no, that's not the entirety of the joke, Midnight. That's not the entirety of the joke. That character's name is New Jersey. Don't need all four. I don't need all four different forms. We're not doing form differences for the Living Shiny decks when it's the same base Pokemon. I was thinking somewhat of, like, regional variants, yes, doing that, but every Deerling is the same Deerling. So a Deerling Winter and a Deerling Spring are the exact same thing. It's not, like, a regional variant thing like, say, Slowpoke and Galarian Slowpoke. We got one Vigoroth. We need a second one. $100 nickel for every time you got Shiny Deerling. Yes, it would be 13 nickels at that point. We've got a lot of them. Like, yes, like the joke works on many levels. Midnight, you would not believe how long it took me to get that screen capture on that frame, because that's a GIF. That isn't just a static picture, that is a GIF. So I had to, like, time that. It was indeed a GIF. I can send you the full GIF. Because it's one of my favorites just to do, because again, it's spoon-fed. It is spoon-fed in GIF form. I mean, it's not dedication, it's just like, it's just planned. I told Sly get another shiny Deerling, he laughed at you. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I've gotten as many Deerling, and more, than male shiny Sprigatito Sly's gotten. So it's like, you know what? At least, I have a usage for the shiny Deerling I don't care for. At the very, very least. Unlike him. I don't know if I let her know you got another shiny. I also set one. Sly does it. Yeah, he does, but he doesn't do a giveaway stream. He just gives them away under the table. He doesn't do a dedicated giveaway stream to his loyal viewers. He did one time. But you just gotta remember, Midnight. At the very least, I can still get shinies I want. I might not get shinies I want sometimes, but I still get the shinies I want more often than the times I don't get the shinies I want. Same cannot be said for Sly. The same cannot be done about me. Yeah, that's true again. Remember, we're almost like 400 shinies deep into the Living Shiny decks, so like we're doing A-okay. I do need to at some point go through and make the comprehensive like list done. Meta, in your opinion, what would you consider the ideal Slowbro build for competitive? I have no idea because I don't use Slowbro competitively. I know it's kind of good in singles, but also depends on which form. A Galarian Slowbro or base Cantonian Slowbro. Again, I don't play singles, so I wouldn't really be able to help. See, the thing is, Midnight, I consider myself unlucky. But from the outside perspective looking in, intrinsically I am lucky. You know, I may not get shinies I'm looking for in a lot of cases, but I do get shinies of, like, what I'm looking for more often than not. Yes, the Boomer slide clip. Wait, is that a shiny? Is that a shiny, or is that not a shiny? I don't think that's a shiny. No, it's not a shiny. I'm not spoon-fed, my dear friend Ash. We are not spoon-fed over here. We've gone for Cloth. We actually went for shiny Cloth during the shiny race with Sly, actually. Ash, you're a forehead. Ash, you are a forehead. You know what? Forehead. And yeah, if we get to 3K by the end of the year, we're doing a Nuzlocke of Radical Red Ash. So just as much as you have been, you know, supported by this channel, you know, if it goes both ways, I will also do a Nuzlocke of Radical Red. Yes, Mudkip made the boomerang clip a command. I gave Mudkip full authorization to use that clip because it is so good. It is a top tier clip. Apparently also Slide didn't make that a short. It's like you can't try and fail that hard, Midnight. I want you to know that. Sly is truly something special, and that if when you are attempting to do intentional screw-ups, you cannot screw up that colossally. Fun Vigoroth. Outbreaks lacking spawn on Scarlet Trail. I am probably not going to give up on Vigoroth here, because I would prefer to get it done now. I don't give up. I am persistent. He makes me look graceful in video games. Exactly, Midnight. No disrespect, Midnight, but that is indeed true, and that is indeed saying something. Which is why I really look forward to the Metroid Dread race. Because that is going to be fun. Like, I'm really hoping that the way that race ends up is I beat the game on hard mode with 100% completion when he is still fighting, like, Experiment Z57. And even then, that's like giving him credit. To be fair, it's often in real life, because I am a walking disaster zone. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, the role reversal happens where you may be that in real life, and he, like, outwardly projects at least, like, a semblance of stability. When the gaming starts, he's nothing, he's a train wreck. Like, I mean, keep in mind, Experiment Z57 is this, like, the second to last boss, so even that's giving him a lot of credit. Like, I mean, he probably won't even have the gravity suit by the time I finish. Like, he won't even have the gravity suit, I'm guessing. Oh, he will. Like, remember, Metroid is a puzzle game. Just as much as it is a lady in power battle armor goes around hunting aliens game. So, if he has trouble with Legend of Zelda stuff, he is going to struggle with Metroid stuff. And that's not even getting into learning the boss patterns. That's not even getting into, like, finding power-ups. Because you have to go around a lot in this game. It's not as simple like, oh, you go to a new area, you progress the entire area, that has all the power-ups you need, you go to the next area. No. You will go from, like, the first area is Artaria. You start in Artaria. Then, you go to Kataris. Then, you go to Daron. Then you go from Daron back to Artaria. Then you go from Artaria back to Daron, into Gabaran, into Berenia. Then you go back to Artaria. Then you go back to Daron. Then you go to Ferenia. Then you go back to Kataris. And you're just hopping around the entirety of the map. My older brother played Dread, and he did good at the final boss. Yeah, I love the final boss fight. Like, that is a final boss fight that I am a huge fan of. Because I still say the weirdest thing about a Metroid game is playing a Metroid game where Ridley is not present in some shape or form. Like, for those who don't know, canonically Ridley is dead. Which you should canonically know from our Metroid Let's Play series. But, yeah, Ridley is dead, and it's weird not seeing Ridley in a game. How do you play? Oh, we've already got the Scarlet exclusives. We have already gotten the Scarlet exclusives because I have both games. And we have shiny hunted all of the Scarlet exclusives except for one. And that one is Oranguru. Oh, it's a Markstron! Nice. Vigo the Sociable. Which I'm probably going to end up Masuda hunting Oranguru. Yeah, I have both the games. We've done that. Nice. Yeah. I'm very happy that hunt is done. I mean, Oranguru is probably going to be the Masuda method. But I'm also debating just outright doing that one as an actual hunt on its own, because I have kind of had it up to here with Masuda method. So, there is that. Salty. I'm gonna have Masuda method too, since I have Violet. I need to retain my Oranguru lost in Dynam. How did you lose a Dynam? How did you lose Oranguru? Midnight. That's a concerning comment. How did you lose an Oranguru in the D-Max Adventures? Unless, like, you got 2 shinies in a single Dynamax Adventure, in which I wouldn't say that that's a lost shiny. I would say that's you made a call. There was no winning in. Like, it's... That's a no-win situation. Because a better shiny occurred at the same time and I took the other one. 2 shinies at once happened before I've heard people get, like, 3... I've heard that happen a lot. Like, I have heard people with horror stories of they're playing, like, Black and White or Black and White 2. And they get 2 shinies in the double battle grass. And you can't catch both, and you can only catch one. Like, I've heard the horror stories. That's my biggest worry whenever I'm doing SOS chains, that I'm gonna get a shiny, and then a second shiny is gonna pop up. Yeah, I've heard the horror stories. I know Chugga's heard the horror stories because he talked about them. I'll swallow my pride and admit I got sick enough of Shaman to try using a blink tracker, but the island where Shaman is located skips frames so fast it barely notices it makes a difference. What is a blink tracker? Jared, what the freak is a blink tracker? You are explaining. You explanations, Mr. Jared man. Now, explain. Anything Oranguru happened at the same time as Mimikyu, and of course, I mean, obviously Mimikyu is the correct call. Mimikyu is only an incorrect call if Shiny Matang or a Shiny Legendary presents itself. Hitmonlee and Maractus. Took the Maractus, so there are 2 shinies out there. Yeah, I would say Mimikyu is only the wrong decision if Matang is present, or if the Legendary is present. Reclaim. BDSP, the RNGC determines by shiny frames at the same speed that determines how often NPCs blink. What? What? That is not a joke that blinking actually determines shininess in that game? I thought that was a joke. Blarb, Midnight loves ghost types. Midnight is a very big fan of ghost types. It has a little bit less to do with the shiny proper, and more to do with the actual, like, the Pokemon itself. We went over this earlier, David. I don't know. The naming scheme for the Gen games is all over the place. It's washed out and almost monochrome. The thing is, I really like the washed out monochromatic because it's grayscale. It's the same like way that like Pokemon sprites look back in Gen 1. So it's like that old school like look. I like that. Again, like you're talking to a guy who loves shiny Magnezone. You know, I do like that kind of washed out shiny in a lot of cases. Whereas just monochrome, I do like them. It wouldn't be Mimikyu then, it would be Mimblue. Mimblue. I also just think that, like, it works better. Oh, it's just a Mimikyu that grabbed a white sheet instead of, like, a yellowish one. Rowlet. I still need one more shiny Rowlet. That is if we're going for, like, the full thing of, like, you know, and excluding, you know, regional variants, which probably I'm still considering that. Rowlet. Little bean in my favorite color. My favorite color is purple. So I just gotta do Rowlet. Just yoink his Rowlet. Just yoink his. So, does Sly save his shiny reactions whenever he, like, gets a shiny? Or does he, like a right proper boomer, not run his replay buffer when playing games? Does he not constantly have his replay buffer running? Because that's what whenever I play games, I will just have my replay buffer running on in the background in the event something stupid happens. Well, then he is objectively doing things wrong! Then he is objectively doing reactions wrong. Because just think about it. All those shiny reactions, those could be shorts that he could upload. Thing is, even when tracking those blinks, different areas of the game advance to RNG frames at different rates. So a certain degree of timing is still required. Maybe Sly knows what a replay buffer is. Honestly, that's a fair point, Mudkip. That is a very fair point. I don't think he knows what a replay buffer is. Granted, I didn't know what a replay buffer is until, like, last year when Foos told me about it. Maybe it was like earlier this year. The shiny is hard to see in the dark. Not really, it's the head tuft is, like, the big difference. I think the first one we actually got was during the night. Because remember, the head tuft is orange. He's very orange. So many false alarms in my end. That could also end up being, like, the color differentiating. So the Shaman Island advances about 300 frames per second, making it impossible to do with precision. Yikes. I want to get to a Rowlet. Well, Midnight, first of all, your sentence is incorrect, because all Pokemon names are already plural, so you need two Rowlet. Because they're already all pluralized. Just like it's not Caterpies, it's Caterpie. All Pokemon names are already pluralized. I know, I just don't get it. Well, you're talking to someone who grammar was drilled into my brain by my mother from a very young age. So you will respect the grammar rules. You will respect them with Mr. Technicality in play. He had to structure the explanation as a way to make a Sonic joke. Blue Hedgehog is too. I mean, but Shiny Shaman isn't blue. It's teal. is not blue! I still need to actually play a Sonic game at some point. So I have never played a Sonic game. If it goes on forever, isn't it hypothetically time where a good window time is shining every frame? Statistically, yes. Question is, the odds of that happening are astronomical. It's close enough. Jared, I think you might be colorblind in that case. I don't think Shiny Shaman and Sonic are similar color schemes. Hello there, Rosie. How are you? How is Rosie? I have just until 120 seconds for something happening. Well, I mean, that's not really how it works. It's like, there's just a frame, you don't know when it is. Rosie is happy. Teal is very close to blue. I consider it a shade of blue or green, depending on which is the closest to shade. But teal is its own color. It's like saying orange is just red. They're intermediate color. Is intermediate. The only one I will say is like purple, because like all the purples are very all the purples are purple. Like, unless you get like towards the magenta, which magenta is like its own separate thing. If you're operating on YGBiv, then yes. Sega actually released a trailer for Sonic Frontiers post-game. Granted, Frontiers is a weird starting point for Sonic games, but still that's that game. And wouldn't Shaman be closer to Scourge than anything? Because Scourge is green. Not actually Sonic the Hedgehog. Post-game DLC. Isn't there like giant kaiju-sized robot things in Sonic Frontiers? My auto-wrong automatically went Rosie to Rosie. Nice. Shaman is really pretty shiny regardless of what it goes. That is a factual statement, Midnight. It is a nice shiny. It is a very nice shiny. Yeah, Shaman is one of those Pokemon that I point to when I say I am glad this thing is banned in VGC. Because I would not want freaking Serene Grace Seed Flare going off as often as it does. Yeah, we already have one Lilligant shiny, but we need to get another for the pet. We need to get a Petalil. That's a really nice shiny Hisuian and original. I do like how the flower on the Hisuian shiny is the same as the color scheme of the regular Lilligant's flower. Head flower. Also, actually, Midnight, I need to send you like a video. It's about shiny Deerling. You'll get a kick out of this. It's a thing about a shiny Deerling. I was slow plot Pokemon's creative for making a hedgehog a hedge. It is the literal hedgehog. It is the very literal hedgehog. See, that's one of my favorite things about Pokemon, is they just make visual... They make wordplay. That is just, it's very in-your-face wordplay. There's times where they're subtle, but then there's also times where it's just very, really, I like that. Wish that could move it. Yeah, I do agree that I wish they went faster as well. Flamigo. Flamigo. It is Flamingo, friend. Amigo. Yeah, you're gonna love it. It's very adorable. Also, Blorb, not funny. Not funny, Blorb. Pink, please. Head flower pink. Like, I love that clip. It's like, that video is adorable. And I think that Jared sent that to me after I got my first phase of Shiny Deerling. And it was like, it's great. Still Blorb? No. Not funny. It's like they blow up. There's a lot of jokes that they're not funny. Like we like a little bit of dark humor, but it's like timing and plays of certain things. There's no. There's nothing to do. Head color, not cool. Head color. I thought it was head flower yellow is what she was saying, not head color. But it is kind of hard to tell with like the way that they do speak. Humor is indeed a friend group based situation, exactly. Yeah, I mean it's kind of hard to tell. But like when it is live stream Blorb, we do kind of like to keep bit clean humor here. It's like the dark stuff is reserved for like specific series. Like when we get to the second channel, which eventually we're gonna make a second channel, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. But when we get to like the second channel, maybe. But like there's that's gonna be the more like shenanigans and nonsense. We'll be playing, you know, like Call of Duty Zombies and stuff like that on there, and other stuff. Maybe. Oh, talking about... Yes! I am talking about the Fubuki clip. I am talking about that. Because it's like, we got a Shiny Deerling, and it's like, you know what? We're gonna make that. We're gonna bring it back. Also, speaking of... Shiny! Speaking of Shiny Deerling, we found a Shiny Vigo. We're done. Vigo Shiny done! Shiny Deerling might take away the luck, but it also bringeth the luck. I would consider this a friend group, Blorb. Get the ball. There it is. Again, it's the Deerling. The Deerling give, the Deerling take it away. Okay, the thing is, Mudkip, when you said you found AA batteries, I completely read that differently than you meant AA batteries. I read that in my head as being, I found anti-aircraft batteries. Yes, I have found a flak gun. Because again, knowing you, that could be realistic. Because it's Mudkip. Hey, it's World War II stuff, alright? I've been watching World War II stuff, and it's like, wait, AA. It's like, I have never seen anyone spell out AA as AA. I have only ever people type it out as AA. I have never seen people do AA. I have never heard of that. And again, you can believe it was Mudkip with AA. You can believe that with Mudkip, because it's Mudkip. Alright? You don't question Mudkip. It is listed as A1. I know, but it is easier to. But it is the. I found them buried. I can believe that, Mudkip. I can honestly believe that. But that is a shiny done. Shiny done. Very, very good. Very, 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 very good. Oh right, I need to delete some. I need to delete these. I'll need to move. I'll need to move all of these to a different box. So I can co-opt this box for Sparkle Powers. Alright. Normal type. What other normie types do I actually need? Normal types. Cerebeat. Actually, I got an idea. We can just go to Area 0. Because I need to go and get another Giraffarig for Farigiraf. So I think we will go looking for Farigiraf. Will you say AA as double A instead of AA, saying AA technically less syllables somehow? Does not feel easier. It's like the same with GSW, the gunshot wound. It's like, it's weird. Double A. Normie types. Normie. It's the normie type. Norm. So we still need one Farigiraf. We need a giraffe rig for Farigiraf. And if I am correct, I believe that is almost exclusively what spawns with a normal sandwich. Because when you get psychic, you get the punchy guys. You get the muda. Oh, also there's Braviary. They're all. What does Braviary's shiny look like? What is shiny Braviary? Hey. See, that's funny, Mudkip. That's fun. When you say hey, you just scream longer. Okay, it's blue. It goes from red to blue. The boys in blue. The bird in blue. Air Force One. Bird. I do like Normie versus Normie will haunt me forever. Normie. Oh no, unique only Normie. Normie type sandwiches. It's weird there's no Farigiraf. There's just Giraffarig. Because you can find wild Farigiraf here. There we go, there's Farigiraf. There is... Why am I getting freaking... You're not a normal type, Kufan. You're not normal. You're metal. You are a metal machine. Unless it was a Ditto. No, that was a Kufan. Right, there's no normal types that spawn around here other than, like, Braviary. That's why, because it's technically a different area. What about vines, as I said before. I don't know anything about vines, so I do not know what you're referring to. And again, guys, maybe it doesn't. Me when I realize shrimp fried rice isn't shrimp frying the rice. I am scared forever. I would love some fried rice right now. Like, I've mentioned before, but rice is like a universal dinner, like a universal meal additive, I will say, for me. Is like, I could have rice with probably every meal. It's like French fries. Like, it's like potatoes. Like, I could have potatoes with probably every meal, and I don't think I would get tired of them. Because, like, you got French fries, you got mashed potatoes, you got tater tots, you got... Hey, Johnny! Hey, you know what? Giraffarig likes French fries. Giraffarig is a fan of the French fries. Respect. Rice is top tier indeed. I just prefer regular baked potatoes. Rice is always rice. Food and food I love. It's delicious. Delicious. Alright. Shiny giraffe thing is done. So now we need to go find out what else to hunt for giraffe thing. Alright, normal types. Where in the freak? Kamala, Swovet. I guess we could go for Swovet. Let's go back to the Buki clips. Another we're finding shinies. Great to go about day one. Send, that would be great. Alright. I guess. Yo, screw it. We're going to look for freaking Swovet, I guess. Like, Swovet's gonna be a nightmare for us Frenchy fries, indeed. Well, yeah, Frenchy fries, despite we're being in Spain right now. Spainy fries. I don't know any Spanish food that has, like, Spanish name in it. Does anyone... We already got Fletchling. We've already got the Fletchling. Oh, right, there's so many stuff here. What is a good place to hunt the Swovet family? Because, like, I don't know a good place to hunt them. Greedent. Let's look for Greedent spawns. Greedent. I guess with Tag Tree, we're not going to Tag Tree Thicket. That's not a good place to hunt for it. I guess. Yeah, I guess maybe around here would be good. There's no good spot to hunt for it, is the issue. We've already gotten Fletchling. We've already got the Fletchling family jacking. There's a lot of Pokemon we've already got shiny hunted done. Halucha, Slowpoke. I think it should spawn over here. Dracloak. Come on. Show me the squirrel. Show me the squirrely thing. Show me the squirrely thing. Durgaronair. Tatsugiri. Okay, not seeing it. Where's Poco Path? What's Poco Path? I'm trying to look for places where you don't get other normal types. I'm not a forehead Ash. I'm not a forehead, I'm just lucky. We got Lechonk, yeah. We've got a lot of the normal types in the game. Really the only ones left are Komala and Greedent, like the only ones left. Where Miraidon crashed. Yeah, we've gone there, but there's no Squovit there. Because there's got a lot of normal type spawners. Really? Okay, I guess. Really? They're over here. No. Game. Zoom in. Apparently, they're over here. Yeah, we've already gotten the Lechonk family and the Fledgling family. I think over here should be good, because apparently they spawn over here. Yeah, Chansey. Unfortunately, Chansey's... Wait. Wait! Is that blue? Okay, right, blue. Right, blue is the regular color on this, the shiny, the Bravia, that's blue, right. Hello, Ash. How are you doing? Me's forehead. Yeah, unfortunately you get spawn interference from that. But Squovat, I guess, should be huntable here. I think it should be huntable here. Apparently they spawn here. Meow. Order the spoon-fed command. Murkrow, really? Does Squovit not appear here? I just checked and it says that it appears here. Weird. That's very strange. Alright, in that case... Yeah, let's go Poco Path. Let's just go starting area. There's definitely some stuff we get spawn interference from. Wait, no, Poco Path spawns are all hard set. Poco Path's like a hard set. You don't actually get like random spawns there. Sandwiches don't affect it. See, I guess like right here is probably the best place to go. But there really is no good place, I guess, to hunt for Squovit. Might end up needing to do that one as a possibly Dynamax Adventures. I was in Coronado, maybe Eevee. Yeah, we've already done Jigglypuff. And Eevee is non-existent. Eevee is non-existent over there. Yeah, there's no real good spot to hunt. And there's only 6 minutes left. So it's not like it's too big of a thing. We got Farigiraf, so this is really just to burn down the rest of the time, and if we can get another shiny, that would be good. But not like super spectacular need. Like Eevee does not exist. Wild Eevee does not exist in this game. I know Eevee's on the front, not right outside, but I'll wait. Eevee's strat. Is it exclusively spawning Eevee? We've actually got a whole series of shiny Eevee hunting, Jackin. We're gonna be doing a shiny Eevee. Oh, I don't do clock switching over. I don't do that. Yeah, I don't do clock manipulation. Yeah, we do have a whole series of what we're going to be shiny hunting Eevee. We've got our own separate thing, Jackal, in it. So if you want to watch us shiny hunt Eevee, we've got a whole. But we've already got shiny Pachirisu. Yeah, we've got most of the shinies in the game. There's maybe less than 100 remaining. I think actually probably it is maybe like 50. Well, probably more than 50. It's probably like maybe 75 remaining. And even then, most of those are tied up in like evolutionary families, and I still need to go back and fully clear out the list of what I do have hunted and what I don't have hunted. And a significant portion of that, I know at the very least 6 of them are starters. I still haven't gotten the other 2 starter families yet. I do not have... I don't have those. I do not have Arboleva and Dolive. I don't have those yet. I do not have the Hatterene family, but that's, we're going to be working on Hatterene after this. You're not even Dee. Ooh, I'm stupid. I could just go to the normal sandwich over by freaking the place I was hunting for Indeedee yesterday. And go hunt Indeedee over there. Probably do if you trade the clock. Normal sandwich going. And midnight save us up Dolly. Hopefully one spawns one. We stream every day, Jacqueline. We do a stream every day. Subscribe and hit the little bell notification to get notified when we go live and when things get updated. But we do stream every day. So that is you're not shiny. We're also going to be doing a shiny giveaway because I have over 30 duplicate shinies of Pokemon that I've already gotten shiny hunted that I just phased down while doing miscellaneous. Wait, is that red? Nope, that's not red. And those are going to be given away to viewers. So that's something to stay tuned for. And no, that's not a shiny in there. Oh, wrong button. But yeah, this was good. So 4 shinies today so far. Playing this game trolls you hard. Not really. It's just I'm not the most familiar with the Squilbit family. That's an on me thing. That's not really the game's lighting. There's some Pokemon where the lighting does troll you, but not really like with Squilbit, a Pokemon I'm not too familiar with. The ones that I would say it does mess with me on is like Slowpoke. But even then, that's... Yeah, no, you're not shiny. Slowpoke's really the one. But yeah, the others I wouldn't say as much. Alright, you can still get Azurill around here. I honestly forgot that you're part normal. I mean I know I should know it's part normal. Squilbit looks slightly red under the trees to me, but I actually have my phone red shift mode, so it's probably that. Why do you have it in red shift mode? Is there some reason for the red shift? But yeah, once we finish with this, we're gonna go for Hatterene. Well, not Hatterene, HATENNA. Because we need the Hat Lady family. We need the hats. Blue light strings. It makes sense. What can you do? We don't really do Pokemon card stuff here, Jacqueline. I just don't really have like the disposable income for Pokemon cards. Some point I will be doing Pokemon card stuff. We will be doing Pokemon card stuff in the future though. That's one of those things where it's like disposable income is kind of important for Pokemon cards because, you know, the packs. They go also kind of waiting for the fallout from the whole Pokemon cards getting swiped off the packaging conveyor belts thing to kind of settle out. Because that still is really fresh. Is exclusively Eevee spawn there, Jared? Like, well, is Eevee the only normal type that spawns there, I guess is the better question. But yeah, it's one of those things where eventually I will be doing Pokemon card stuff. It's just stuff kind of got to settle. You know, after, you know, hearing that, you know, Pokemon cards from like the conveyor belts were being basically swiped by the people that are working there, it's like I don't really feel the most comfortable with like buying a whole bunch of cards when the very realistic potential there's no good cards in there. I don't think Eevee is ever the sole normal type spawning. Yeah. I mean, even if reducing it to Eevee's one of two normal types that spawn would be ideal, because I can deal with spawn interference. I don't really mind spawn interference, so long as it isn't like this, where it's like, I'm looking for one Pokemon, and there's like 6 other things that are also spawning. That's why Roaring Moon is a nightmare to hunt. City in Flames. I will note that down for when we do Pokemon card pack openings, Jacqueline. I will note that down. Obsidian? That's an awesome name, Obsidian Flame. Sounds like the name someone would give like a shiny Charizard. Which I will be heavily disappointed if Obsidian Flame does not have a shiny Charizard card. Because that is the perfect name for one. Nope, no shiny. Ludo. Alright, Sandwich is now over. I think I was thinking, I'm pretty sure has Squirtle on there. I mean, Squirtle also. Then the Olive minigame. I mean, I do need the Squirtle family. So, I can definitely vibe with that. If it's just Eevee and the Jigglypuff family, I can deal with that. Because at that point, I still need them. But now we're going for the hats. Yes. Sandwich is over, but new Sandwich is beginning. New Sandwich is going to be beginning. That would be helpful. That would be most assistive. Alright. And again, guys, if you haven't done so, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Is that thunder? Oh no, it's just a car. Okay. Look, we had a bit of a thunderstorm last night, so I was like, please tell me that's not more thunder. It's not. It was just a car starting up. But yeah, HATENNA is exclusively pure psychic. So we are going for a psychic sandwich. I want to get at least one HATENNA today. At least one. Alright. Sandwich, tomato, onion, green bell pepper. And then it's 2 things of onion, and then 1, 2, sweet. Pick. I found Eevee spawn near out of the game. Alright. Well, the thing is, we need to know what else spawns there as well. And also, is that a fixed Eevee spawn or not? Because if it's a fixed Eevee spawn, those are not affected by shiny sandwiches. Which means for the purposes of shiny hunting, it would be functionally useless. Like the Gastrodon spawn that was by the fairy base camp. Yeah, we're doing more of them. We do more. So is that just Eevee there, or... So from 0 to 2. Yeah, B. Okay, it does not seem to be a fixed spawn. Okay. It is not a fixed spawn. And again, guys, please do not forget to leave a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. Candy time. But this will also likely be our final sandwich of the day. We will be live once again tomorrow. Shiny hunting. Hopefully we'll get another Hatterene. Hopefully we'll get a HATENNA outbreak. HATENNA or Squirrel are like the real ones I'm going for right now. Deerling, we don't need your shiny. We don't need your shiny anymore. But the good thing is HATENNA's shiny, I know, is like it's all pink. So we just gotta look for all pink. We are looking for something pink, but not you, Deerling. We are not looking for pink Deerling. I do love that we never actually had to dedicate a shiny hunt to the Deerling family, because we always found them while Masuda method hunting. We found other Deerling when we were like hunting other Pokemon, but never needed to do a dedicated Deerling shiny hunt. On Marie Jigglypuff Fido. Well, thing is, Omar, you need to do a normal type encounter sandwich. You need a normal encounter sandwich level 3 and then see what spawns. I'll probably test that myself off screen, but that will really determine if that's a viable Eevee spot. You know, if it's overcrowded with like the Jigglypuff family, may not be the most effective. I mean, I can go test that myself later. There's no need for you guys to test it, but because now that I'm aware that exists, that would be a good place to hunt. Oh yeah, right, Dunsparce. Oh wait, no, Dunsparce is not needed to hunt. Yeah, he's cat lady. Tuna sprint. Tuna go zoom. Tuna zoom. Again, Mudkip, I could realistically believe that is an actual thing someone was going to do. Tuna sprint. Tuna trot. Not tuna sprint sounds better. Trout walk. Exactly. No shiny hats. Yeah, I mean, I know they're not like floppy ears. Like I think it's hair is what it's supposed to be, but they look like big floppy ears. So I will refer to them as big floppy ears. It's not big, scary, and pink, but it's small, floppy, and pink. Hat. Shiny hat. When? Where is shiny hat lady? I mean, it is short like Ash. It is short like our friend Ash. That makes sense. Cat. The weird thing is Dunsparce. We've actually also shiny hunted Dunsparce. We're not going for a 3-segment. Yeah. Do you pay for Discord? No, we don't need to pay for Discord. I don't use Nitro. Discord is free, and my Discord also is a free one to join. Are there Discords where you need to pay to get in? Is that an actual thing? There's no way that's an actual thing. Oh, to round up, that's what that is. Our dear friend indeed. Instead of false mites, tiny chips. Yes, and all of them are just carrying around French fries. Hey! Thank you, Litsune! Thank you for the super chat. How is the wonderful friend Litsune doing today? Hope you doing good. Indeed, bonk bonk. The hammer that goes bonk. Goes bonk. Shoot, fletchling and stir. Yeah, that's kind of the issue. Is with like every area, there's always Eevee. Every area where Eevee spawns, there's always like other phases. That's the reason why I think we're probably going to be sticking to SOS chaining in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, because I feel like Eevee on its own, like I feel like shiny hunting for Eevee with sandwich power would be faster than Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon SOS chaining. But I think that it would be more frustrating to do that with the Eevee, because I can just like sit back and relax and just chill with SOS. So we almost done multiple times since as soon as... Oh, Tears of the Kingdom! Since suffering in Tears of the Kingdom. Yikes. Hey, Mark, did you know the squirrel game? No, I don't think I've ever played a squirrel game. So, I don't think there's anyone that's ever confused me. Somebody gave 10 out of 10 not fully completed thing. But soon I don't need money trying to get them. Well, the best way to get money in Tears of the Kingdom is go and get meat and then cook meat and sell it, or hunt Gleeoks. Now, I know that Gleeoks are not easy to beat, but if you can beat a Gleeok, especially a Thunder Gleeok, and then several Thunder Gleeoks, and you can clown on them, and then you can rip off the horns and cook them and sell them for a lot of rupees. And that is the ideal way of making money in Tears of the Kingdom. So that's what we do. We go and we clown them. And we also refer to Gleeoks as Kevins. So if you ever hear me say hunting down Kevins, I am referring to hunting down Gleeoks. Because that is a Godzilla reference. Because if you can tell, I'm a fan of Godzilla. I don't have a PlayStation, so I cannot make any judgments on that. I only play Switch, so I don't know how good the PlayStation actually is. I don't really think that intrinsically there is a better or worse system. It just comes down to like what games. Like, you know, someone like, I mean, I love Pokemon, but you can't get Pokemon on, you know, on PlayStation. So in a way, I would say, yeah, like, well, Pokemon, like, Nintendo is better for that. But, you know, if you don't play Pokemon, then, you know, Pokemon, Zelda, you're not really gonna encounter that. So it's kind of one of those things of, it's really taste dependent. And, you know, what I enjoy playing is not always gonna be what other people enjoy playing. So it's like, I wouldn't say there is a definitive best gaming system. I know that people will say, like, yo, PC is the best, but I am not a PC gamer, because, like, the games I like to play are not on PC. So, I like to Switch. Ash, our dear friend Ash, I am not spoon-fed, nor is Deerling my favorite shiny, my favorite Pokemon. Whoa, welcome to being a Steel Commander, Mighty Kev. Well, welcome to being a Steel Commander. That was unexpected. No, it is not. Ash just likes to make fun of it because I have gotten so many shiny Deerling. I've got a video coming out probably in a few weeks that is actually going to be what my favorite shinies actually are. Watch Simulator. We'll need to see how well things go in Salmon Run, Mudkip, but it's potentially on the list. My favorite shiny is Gigalith. Our dear friend Ash, do not lie. Do not lie about my favorite shinies. Do not lie, Miss Spoon-Fed. Miss Forehead Queen. Did the graph thing for the shiny... What graph thingy? What graph thing? I'm not sure what you mean by graph thing. Again, at any time you type out, all I can think of is the end cutscene of Metroid Dread. Forehead King, Forehead Queen. Oh, no. No. Mine first shiny was Skidoo. Interesting. And my first shiny I got in this game was actually Shiny Gulpin. First shiny of any new Pokemon was the second shiny I got was Shiny Plumbing. It's literally me screaming at you. Yes, Ash peeking her mic as always. Mike peeking as always. Ash, Ms. Forehead Queen. Our dear friend. The website you pick your favorites out of you. Oh, that! I honestly don't know that. I don't remember what the name of that website is. I've used it once. I don't remember what it's actually called. I will stop when you stop saying, when you stop using the Deerling command, Ash. That I will stop. Shocker, Ash has peaked the mic again. And now she needs to buy a new one because irreversible damage has been done. Irreversible damage has been done to your microphone, Ash. Your new thing. Just remember, Ash, we know what your first dono goal when you get monetized is gonna have to be. We know what the first one's going to be. The on thing. We found this out from yesterday with Cards Against Humanity, Ash. See, I might be a right proper smooth brain with most things. My memory might be garbage for most things. But when it comes to the stuff that matters, I remember. I remember the important stuff. You understand? Yeah, imagine if I played Gen 5, I'd have to buy 40 new mics. I'd be screaming so much drunk meta Jackbox when. That would probably be like a 6K subs thing, might get. That would be a big milestone we'd have to do for drunk meta Jackbox stream. Because it sounds fun and it sounds chaotic. But that I would need a cushion on the channel for stuff that how much that would destroy the algorithm. About non-drunk meta? Maybe like 5K. Maybe. You're saying kinky. Exactly. Exactly, Ash. Just remember, we know what the thing. The thing, the reason why you say suck the left toe. We know what your first dono goal would have to be, Ash. It is indeed Omar. Hello there, Omar. Gen 5. Gen 5 Ash when? Justice for Unova when? Justice for Unova. Justice Forehead Unova. Ms. Forehead Queen. I'll be at like, so I'm winning this bet. I'm at like, so I'm winning this bet. It's not really a bet, Ash, so much as it is you just get good. Get good, Ash. Captain Unova. Exactly. Captain Unova. But the Ash, it's all about motivation. You don't seem particularly motivated. Our dear friend is an unmotivated person, it seems. Draws broccoli. That's... I mean, draws broccoli. That's just Timmy B right there. That is our friend, Timothy Broccoli. I'll get good when Gen 5 gets good. Oh, wait, it never... Oh. So what you're saying is, Ash, you're bad. you're saying is you're bad. 1 second. I have to go watch the doggo for a sec. As we know, we love the Flufo. Cheer emote when. So yeah, so this will end up being the final sandwich because I do need to watch the Flufo. Which, we do love the Flufo. Our wonderful Flufo dog, Luna. Chair live stream, Meta Active, Drunk Meta, trying to start Finger the World. Charizard, always Charizard. Charizard. Huh. I did not know Petalil spawned here. I guess this is probably where we can hunt Petalil at some point. Hi, Flufo. Hi, Woo. 15 minutes, yeah, we got time. Petalil. Yeah, Petalil's spawns are, like, very localized. Like, I believe it is exclusively on, like, the flower patches. Does Flufo mean salmon run away? Drunk Meta Smash Bros at 20k subs. No, that would probably be like a 10k subs thing, Blorb. Drunk Meta Smash Bros. Just remember, for Drunk Meta to come into play, that's an extra 10% subs. So it's like, Smash Bros stream at like 10k. Drunken Smash Bros at 12k. Well, Ash, how would you reach it? You need a step stool just to reach my shins. You need like an extension ladder at that point. Chair forehead. Yes, the chair is just my face. 10k plus. Oh, wait, right. I meant 20. Right. I'm not good at math. Unless it comes to Pokemon damage calculations, guys. Super basic math. Yeah, how short are you? How short? 5'2". Again, 5'2". Might as well be 2'5". Short. Ash is shorter than a Charizard. Ash is shorter than a number of things. I mean, Ash shorter than me. We love Ash, but... Wait. How tall is this thing? That's a good question. Midnight, I decline to answer. I plead the fifth. I'm only 2 inches taller than you, Ash, but... so you're an inch shorter than me, then. Average female height. Okay, Midnight. That needs to be a shirt. That needs to be a shirt. I want to today, but I am Elma and eating food. Also, yeah, I got Ash to watch Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. It is very fun watching her just rant to me in DMs like every time an episode she watches another episode. It's like, it's fun. It is fun to just inspire wrath in Ash. I am temporarily below average height. I want to make... Anyways, Medicines, I'm a member. You should watch One Piece. I will consider it under substantially higher advisement, Mudkip. But I make no promises. It is under significant advisement, but it is potentially vetoable. I'm like, oh, I mean, I fully acknowledge I'm short. Make him read part 7. Oh, no. I fully acknowledge I'm short. One piece is worth the length. If I skip the filler, maybe. Well, if you're taller than a few of us, yes, I am taller than a few. But namely Ash. Namely Ash is the one I'm taller than. Can't make him read anything since he doesn't know how to read. I'm not Pit, Mudkip! If I can't read, how can I read what you're typing? Alright? That immediately disproves your I can't read. Ash might be the shortest. I don't think Ash is the shortest one here. I walked for 10 seconds and all I hear is Ash pulling for her height. So what you've said, Ash, is you have understood the basic formula of the channel. You understand basic channel formulaics. Okay, David, have a nice lord. Here's the short. Ash is Ilulu height. Didn't know you were in defeat, Ash. Did not know you were in defeat. Again, Ash, remember, I have a rebuttal for everything you got, because you got the same shtick over. Oh, I gotta do the same stuff, yeah. You are always mad, Ash. Don't get mad, get better. What IQ is that? What is Meta's IQ? They're both short, I'm assuming, Mudkip? I'm assuming they're both short. I do have low IQ. I am smooth brain. I bet you'd actually do it just to prove a point, Meta. Do what to prove a point? They're both low. Again, factually correct, Mudkip. Factually correct. I would to prove a point, Midnight. Yeah, it sucked the 6th non-existent left toe. It's the mythical one that doesn't exist, as she has said in DMs and voice chats. The mythical 11th toe. You can suck my secret left toe, Mudkip, for that. See? See? The 6th toe. Ash just admitted the 6th toe exists. Again, Ash. Ash. You take the bait, hook, line, and sinker. It's like we win. That's because IRL came into my chat and told everyone the secret left out. Exactly! And you take the bait constantly. Just like when you said you have a poster of my face on your wall that you throw spoons at. But it doesn't mean that you admitted you had a poster of this face on your wall. Now she's in denial. Nah, Ash. It's okay, we understand. You're in denial. We understand. Again, can the mods do exclamation point Ash again? Cause like, we can't just bully Ash and not give her a shout out again. You have ummed this midget very bad. You can't even spell! But then again, she can't reach the keyboard. How is she supposed to be able to tell what she's typing if she can't see? I will not hack off Ash. There is only one setting on There's no off switch. It's just a button that you turn on and it won't unpress. Again, Ash, I reiterate. If you didn't like it, you can leave. At any time. Anywhere. You can leave any time. You choose not to. So that says all you gotta know about how Ash really feels about this. I'm always heckin' on it. I'm always on. There's a startup button. There's no end button. It is begin. There's no end. Meladurelion is going to be... I don't know what a Duralion is. I know what a Duraludon is, but not a Duralion. But it's not going to be, honestly, too much better with a Violite. Because, like, a Violite does not affect body press. But I could say a joke. DM the joke. Midnight. DM the joke. The joke must be... And I'm fairly certain, knowing you, what the joke is going to be. And if it is exactly what I think it is, I approve. And yes. That's funny. Also, Ash is pinging me. We are going to be shiny under the starters. We will be buying the DLC. We will be buying the DLC. I just haven't bought it yet, but I will be getting it. Ash is going in a frenzy of just DMing me. Just ping, 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 ping. Now the question is, do I start reading Ash's DMs? Because she hates when I do that. Do we start reading the DMs? Sir, you are rude, yada yada. Stop yelling at me, slapping. You stole that Pikachu gif! Intensify! This is how you make me feel. No. You are not innocent, diagnosed. Hey, you're the one saying me skill issue, dear? You're the one saying me with the skill issue? You're the one saying skill issue to me? And yes, Ash, yes I did. Once again, Ash peeking her mic in rage. You're banned. I'm not banned, Ash. You can't ban me from my own channel. And if you do, that's called hacking, which is punishable. Eye head explodes. Ash go. So what you're saying is, Ash, you've evolved into Blacephalon. Yes, we've gotten Skidoo. Ash has evolved into a Blacephalon. She is no longer Pikachu. She is Blacephalon now. So no longer is she Sacred Ash, just Sacred Blacephalon. Yada yada yada. It's Jotaro's thing he says in Japan. It's the Japanese JoJo. Ghosty, go ahead, boom. Hello, Garrett Legendstone, how are you doing? And again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Yes, Ash has evolved into a short clown. Which, granted, she was already a clown to begin with. We clowning around. We do a little bit of clowning. A short stint of clowning. Ash? Ah! Forehead Queen. Sorry, I mean, I am the Forehead King, apparently, Miss Forehead Queen. She's going to evolve, and no, Ash is just gonna detonate. He's Metagross Maxis the third. Yeah, we got the Jumpluff family. We have most of the shinies in the game. We have all the paradoxes. We've got a lot of them. I'm going to be posting a full comprehensive list on them. Ash is just like slowly, not even slow, she's just constantly just fuming in rage. Only rage. There is only rage. I mean, I guess one could say Ash's motto, because I am obviously a Let's Playing robot, Ash is deciding to rage against the machine. Well. Got you, bye-bye. You made midnight sad. Wow! Rude, Ash! Being mean to midnight? That's like being mean to Kayla. Ash evolved into short. No, not even Annihilate. She just had go boom clown. Had to go explode clown. That was nice. Nice to see you as well, Garrett. Nice to see you as well. Welcome to the little slice of chaos. Welcome to my own little personal slice of chaos and mayhem. I said that being mean to midnight is like being mean to you, Kayla. You just don't do it. You just don't make midnight sad. You should give a upper mod from Ash. See, the thing is, that would require demodding Ash, then remodding her. And she'd have a conniption when that happens. But that is all for today when it comes to the Shiny Hat Lady. Shiny Hat Lady decided to not want a Hat Lady shine, and she instead decided to be a forehead, like Ash. So, let's go for a raid. Let's go on a raid. Hey, Roanoke Game has a new video out. I will need to watch that. I will need to watch that Roanoke Gaming video. I love Roanoke Games stuff. They're great. We gonna raid? Who are we going to raid? Because there's a number of people we could raid right now. This is member abuse. Exactly, Ash. Do not time out Mudkip. Mudkip is only deserving of timeouts when he does something questionable. He didn't do anything questionable. Don't time Mudkip out. He did nothing. Let's see. So Saf, Aurelios. We could. What do you mean by who is shiny? Which there's a couple people I know who are named Shiny. Genesis, Kaiser Ironman. Ooh. We could read Lightning Pharaon. They're doing some Pokemon TCG stuff. And they are also very close to a sub-goal. So, yeah, I do have Scarlet. I have both Scarlet and Violet. Let's go raid Lightning Pharaon. I will see you guys. I will applaud Pokemon's creativity, making the head. Oh yeah, right. He's like that was an old comment. But let's go raid Lightning Pharaon. I will see you guys next time. See you guys tomorrow. And don't forget to tune in later tonight where we have the next episode of Pikmin 4 going live. See you guys next time. Well, it's probably going to be the same thing of just shiny hunting in both games, so we'll do the same. But, see you guys then.